Hello everyone and welcome back to another Random Fact Monday here on Moments of Love. Wemi's gonna sit on the sidelines of this one. What, are you sick?
No, I just wanted some tea.
Yeah, fair enough. It's because... Why?
It's March Madness, baby!
March Madness! So, because of that, it's all sports. Wemi doesn't know anything about sports.
That is a lie. I do.
Wemi does.
But I was doing my schoolwork, so Dave did the research on the random facts. So
Yeah.
I figured I'd let him have it since they're his random facts that he found.
I figured we'd be, event appropriate, but just on the side note, Wemi's bracket is doing alright, so, cheer
Kim,
on,
I'm
guys.
coming back, baby. I'm coming back.
I'm still kicking her butt, but that's okay.
For those who don't watch our vlogs, what happened was I chose Butler and Duke as the final championship game, and Butler got knocked out. Baylor, sorry. And Baylor got knocked out first round, so that really hurt my bracket.
Yeah.
But I've been slowly climbing back up.
She's been hanging in there,
Yeah,
which is great.
back up's fourth place now. It's awesome.
So we're going to do some March Madness related Random Fact Mondays. And so we got a couple here for you. So this one's a pretty funny one. So, oh no, it's reloading. Pizza sales. I know it was pizza. Pizza sales. There we go.
And another side note, guys, I started making a new product for Naomi Body, and I'm excited to show you guys what it is.
Save that for the vlog.
Shameless plug.
This is mine. So, there's a 19% increase in pizza orders and a 9% rise in dessert orders by fans after their teams lose and get eliminated. So
hold on, I have a question. Wouldn't you eat during the game? Why are you eating after the game?
It's depressing. Well, see, the dessert one makes sense.
Yeah, dessert makes sense, but pizza, it's just my team lost, order some pizza. That doesn't make sense to me.
Because you still got a party going. A lot of people get together, have a party. I was.
So you weren't eating during the party, or what? I'm so confused.
I assume you were, but now you're gonna get drunk, so now you need pizza to go along with it. Because I assume, while the game's on, it's you're having a beer, you're, watching it, enjoying it, have some chips, and sure, maybe some pizza. Okay. But after they lose, it's just man, we gotta get just jacked right up.
But so then if they won, what would you do?
Same
thing, I would think.
But it's more energetic. Then you're dancing, you're laughing, you're celebrating. That's way different than, depressed, our team lost.
So let's eat
eat our feelings away.
I see.
But the funny thing is, I think about the dessert one, and it's so I assume these are people out at a bar or whatever, right? Because it's I don't see it, let's say we had people over and watching a game, and somebody lost, it's who do you call to order dessert?
Dairy Queen.
They don't do delivery. I just don't get it.
Pop some cookies in the oven.
So then it's funny. It's so after the team loses, you get the waitress over and order some dessert. Wouldn't you want to go home? I feel like you want to get out of there because probably if it's a bar, there's probably people from the other team
who are celebrating.
Laughing and
so who's thinking about eating cake or ice cream at that point?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. People are weird. Humans are weird.
It's pretty funny. The other one, so this is a kind of a multi-parter. So it's basically the odds of picking a perfect bracket. So, perfect bracket means, well, obviously you pick all the picks are correct.
For those of us who don't know what a bracket is, could you please explain what a bracket is?
So,
because I don't know if it's just square bracket.
All right. So, the March Madness tournament, the way it is today, because it's changed a whole lot over the years, started in 1939, and it's had some evolution. But anyway, the way it is today is just this kind of regular tournament, elimination style tournament kind of thing. So you have basically two teams play. There we go. Two teams play. Yeah, right? Mm-hmm. One wins, and so, it just does the, little... One team goes on.
Sorry.
What was that?
I think it was bread from the sugar.
Oh, that's
and
gross.
Then I saw it, and then there's the loose leaf from my tea in there, so it's just a bunch of particles at the bottom of my tea mug. I'm sorry.
We'll fletch this. So bread from the sugar is because we put bread in our sugar to keep it soft.
Another random fact.
Yeah, random fact. So if you have a jar of sugar, brown sugar,
especially brown sugar,
and it's going hard and whatever, you'd be oh, let's throw it out. It's garbage. It's hard. No way. Just toss a little piece of the end crust. Nobody likes the crust. Just a little piece.
Fresh. No, bread. That's hard.
Yeah, fresh bread. Toss it in there and do it up. Make sure it's airtight, and you'll notice the next day it's great.
Soft like nothing ever happened.
Yeah, fantastic. Anyway, back to the brackets. So basically, you pick the winner of two teams, and they meet, and it's this ladder style. There's a whole bunch of there's 6 rounds or whatever.
Sorry, go on. I was gonna try to like draw it on there.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, the very first, there's 64 teams, and so if you do the math, you have to divide that by 2, then there's 32, then 16, then 8, then 4, then 2, then 1, winner. So there's all those rounds, and you just have to pick each one. So if you think of it this way, picking one game.
Can I just?
Yeah.
Okay, so pretty much what you're doing is you are picking what teams will win each game.
Yeah.
And then who they will face in the next game based on who won.
And then, yeah,
That's
exactly.
what the bracket
and
is.
going all the way down. And so if you
and
think...
then you pick who you think's going to win the championship, and you pick what you think they're going to win by.
No, that's a different thing.
Okay,
Ignore
that's
that.
tiebreaker.
That has nothing to
Okay.
do. So anyway, so if you think of one game is 50-50, pretty much. Let's ignore favorites and whatever. And then if you think of, picking one game 50-50, and then another game 50-50, the odds that you're going to get them both right is 1 in 4. It's 25%.
100%.
So you do that with all the games, and it's 1 in 9 quintillion. And I don't know if many people understand what a quintillion is. I don't, but it's a big number. Like, it's absolutely ridiculously, you can't even fathom it. And that's why Warren Buffett, rich man, he's going to give somebody $1 billion if they pick a perfect bracket, which sounds amazing, except...
No one ever picks a perfect bracket.
And
it's
here,
like impossible. Here's
where we get to the fun stuff of Random Fact Monday. I'm going to give you some examples of some of the things that are more likely to happen than picking a perfect bracket in NCAA. So, you could, if you could randomly select a living human and have that person be one of the 8 living people who has walked on the moon, that's more likely than picking a perfect bracket.
So you're walking down the street, you're like, hey, you!
It's not even like that. You're spinning the globe. It's like you have this big globe and you're spinning, and then you just point to like a spot, and then you zoom in, and take that one person that your finger was on. And that happens to be...
the person who walked on the moon.
One of the 8 people. And that's actually only 1 in 871 million. That's easy compared to a perfect bracket.
So pretty much, are you more likely to win the lottery than the perfect bracket?
Let's just slow down.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
So another one is, for the poker players out there, it's extremely easy in comparison to picking a perfect bracket to get a royal flush. And I don't know if in like 5-card poker.
I don't play poker. I don't know what a royal flush is.
For those of you out there who play poker, I used to play poker, and we play Texas Hold'em. Odds are a little bit different, but I've only seen one royal flush ever in my life, and I've played a fair bit of poker or whatever, and so I've seen one. So the odds of getting one is better than picking a perfect bracket, hence why I've seen one. The odds of having 2 royal flushes back to back is actually even better than picking a perfect bracket.
Wish I knew what a royal flush was.
It's like when it's like 10 Jack, Queen, King, Ace, all of the same suit. So all hearts.
So you have 10 of hearts, a jack of hearts, a queen of hearts, and a king of hearts.
And ace of hearts. Correct.
Why is that so hard to do?
Because what do you mean? It's choosing the...
You know what? I shouldn't ask, because I don't know how to play poker, so I have no idea. Because it's like, isn't that every other game where you have to get the exact same, like you have to get hearts? Like, why is that so hard?
But so there's a difference though. So poker has a bunch of different hands. So you have to get all hearts in a 5-card hand, right? So if you get all hearts, like a 2, a 6, a 9, 10 jack, whatever, that's a flush. And then if you get 7, 8, 9, 10 jack, that's a straight, because those are all in an order.
Don't explain this to me, because I don't get it at all. You have to try.
How did you not get this?
Because you're like, if you get it from what? Am I just picking random cards from the deck?
Well, no, you deal. Have you ever played a game where you deal cards? So
you're saying the odds of getting dealt those cards?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a few different rules in poker where there's rounds, but yes, you get dealt that
hand.
Yeah.
Then say dealt. Don't say if you get, because like you pick up from the pile, that could mean someone gives you a card because you're playing like Go Fish. Like what?
All right, if most of you out there are in lost like wemi, I apologize. If most of you are not, please tell Wemi. Tell Wemi she's silly.
Poker. Suppose I could just like Google it one day and actually read how to play poker, but I feel like I have to actually play it to know.
That's fair.
I got in a rant. I'm sorry.
That's all right. So the last one, and then I'll touch on the lottery one, is randomly selecting 1 minute in the last 10,000 years, and having that exact minute be the day that, or be the exact moment that Julius Caesar was killed.
So that's like, so you're saying if I said like 1824 at 6:03 p.m. on July 13th.
Sure. Now, it doesn't work. That was good because that was probably random. It doesn't work when you try and guess it because, it's just random.
I was literally just saying, I wasn't trying to guess.
No, I know. But a person could try to guess.
Gotcha.
And then obviously you can, it's a little
closer,
more narrowed, right? But yeah, it's just the thought of you put all the minutes
That's
in a
like
hat.
you guys trying to guess the day that my grandma was born and what time she was born.
Nah, it's not even that. Because I would be like, about 80 years ago, 90. You have a little bit of...
My great-great-great-grandma. Boom.
But then you just add like 20 each time.
No, because she could have had her kids when she was 20, and then my grandma would have had them when she was 50. Then that throws you off.
You still have a range. You have a logical range because she wasn't born yesterday.
No.
That's what I mean. So you have a logical range. What you need to do is take all those minutes, write them down on a piece of paper, throw those pieces of paper, which would make a big old mountain, but throw them in a hat, and then just reach in and grab one. That's random. Yeah. So...
Back to the lottery.
The lottery. I heard this one. I don't have full evidence on this one.
Okay.
But I think it's even more possible to win Powerball twice in a row
than it is
to pick a perfect bracket.
So then I feel like Warren Buffett should be given more than $1 billion.
Well, he wants to guarantee it because if it does happen, then he's got to pay up, right? And the funny thing is like even if every single person on the earth picked a different bracket, because right now when people pick brackets, there's so many duplicates because there's a lot with favorites and whatever. But everybody picks a completely different bracket, and every single person on the earth picks one, and the odds are still like 6 billion to 1.
To actually get it right?
Yeah.
Huh.
Like it's still ridiculous odds. Like it's 9 quintillion is a gigantic number.
That is a very gigantic number.
So anyway, that's our
cool
math and NCAA.
Man, I want to share a random fact.
Okay, do you got one?
No. Well, I have a random fact from the big book I was reading.
Sure, what?
It's going to be TMI for people out there, but that's just what popped into my head.
Oh, man.
Sorry.
Okay, go.
Did you guys know it takes what was it? No, you have to help me out because I don't remember.
So it's going to be my random fact anyway. Okay, what?
The fact that actually, you know what? I'll just say this one because I know this one a little bit better. That men are born with X number of sperm, and then it just what?
Keep going because I'm afraid you're not right. But
no?
go on.
Am I saying it wrong?
Men produce sperm all the time.
I know. I was gonna say they just keep multiplying. They almost it takes a long time for them to decrease in sperm.
Okay. What?
Am I saying it wrong? Okay, I'll stick to the women.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Scratch the last 2 minutes. Women are born, or they're conceived, and at that point they have the most number of eggs they will ever have in their entire life.
That is absolutely
Which
correct.
is crazy.
Yeah.
That's just not fair, Mother Nature. So, the second we're conceived, we're just playing against the clock. It's I'm not even born yet, and my egg numbers are just dropping. Then by the time you're born, I think you're born with let's say 6 million, and then by the time you're born, when you're conceived with 6 million, when you're born it's down to 1 million, and then by the time you hit puberty it's down to 200,000.
Where are they going? Where are they going until then? I thought they only
because they're forming you, I guess. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what the eggs are doing, but they're disappearing.
But are you sure the egg count drops between birth and puberty?
Yeah. Yep.
So where are they going then?
Beats me. They're going somewhere.
This one isn't verified, guys, so I just don't, because I thought, I know the first part is definitely true about, being born with a single number. The crazy thing is, where do you guys store it? And I guess they're really small.
They're really tiny eggs,
But when I think of eggs, I think of a chicken.
Yep.
And it's man, get a dozen eggs.
See, women are born with all the eggs they're ever going to have, and they don't make any new eggs during their lifetime.
Correct.
So you're born with 2 million eggs in your ovaries, and about 11,000 of them die every month prior to puberty. So they just shrivel up and die.
Huh.
Silly eggs. And then as a teenager, you only have 300,000 to 400,000 eggs.
Okay.
And then from that point on, approximately 1,000 eggs die each month.
Wow.
Yeah. Which is crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Which is super crazy. Yeah.
Well, that got off the NCAA March Madness.
I wanted to bring some woman energy up in this piece.
Man.
So yes, for us women out there, it's just, this is why women are always trying to beat the clock, because the clock's been beating us before we've had a chance. Didn't get a chance to play.
Well, I'm glad you threw in the beat the clock. You know, it's a nice little
NCAA
sports reference. All right. Go women, beat the clock. Yeah.
Anyways, enough of my rant and stuff. We'll talk to you guys later.
Hope you enjoyed.
Bye.